I think there are definitely some sounds that are unnatural that when you hear it for long enough, it'll just wipe you out.
Yeah.
Like I know, in fact, I know that there are some like sonic weaponry used for crowd control that just create loud as can be noises that are just painful, and it wouldn't, like, I'm sure if you were too close it would make you pass out.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think people can like withstand those things, those fields. I think everyone just tries to get out because it's like
debilitating
fucking punishment.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a period in one of the Hulk movies, I think it's the Ed Norton Hulk, where they're like firing sonic weapons at him, and he's just like, ah, because it hurts him, because he's the Hulk. He's got super hearing in addition to super strength. It's just gonna make him more mad though.
Right.
You know, that stuff's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think that like
I think in the comic books now they've even given the power that if his head gets cut off, his body will regenerate through telekinesis. Like Hulk has been powered up fucking crazy now.
Man.
Because I think before it was like if you cut off his head or something, which was not easy to do, then you might have been able, I think you were able to kill him that way, but now that's not even, like if he's in Hulk form, you can't even do that.
Yeah, the Hulk's pretty overpowered. I recently read about there was this what is it, like Rune King Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talked about how, you know, Odin may have quested for all the stones, and we're pretty certain that he's had his own gauntlet, because Hela's like fake, knocks it off and all that good stuff. Apparently part of him losing an eye was so that he could gain extra power over the Odin Force. And so Rune King Hulk represents a version of Thor, represents a version that has taken both eyes, and so his vision in the place where his eyes were is replaced with like the lightning energy that he commands, and now he is omniscient and all powerful. It's like the most powerful version of Thor that can exist, because he's essentially like, you know, the most powerful being to wield the Odin Force. Nothing else has ever had that kind of power. Not even Odin, because Odin kept one of his eyes.
That's funny.
Because you don't need to see when you're all knowing.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of you don't need eyes. You know what's happening. And I was thinking about it. It's like, why would they? I mean, I understand why they would explore that story, but where does that even go?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like,
just basically put him on the sidelines.
Yeah, at that point it's like, hey, Thor, just hang out, man. No one can even be in the same room with you right now. It's like, just when you speak, it kills us. Like literally, you just killed Hawkeye the other day. We can't even get close enough to his body yet because he's still so like charged up.
Yeah. When heroes get overpowered, you know, you realize that that's kind of where Superman hit that point where as the fans, it's like, okay, you need to tone it down.
Yeah.
But you know, I think before it happens, you assume you want your character to be super all powerful, but then when it does, you realize how lame
they become.
Yeah, there's no conflict at that point.
Well, it's just not a challenge.
Conflict, yeah.
There's no challenge. There's no struggle.
There's no story.
There's no yeah. I see the reason
there's no challenge to overcome if you have no.
The reason that I always like Spider-Man is because he's always pushing uphill, no matter where he is, no matter how good of a photography he is. He's gonna get complaints about these photos. He's like, is this all you got? Go out and get me more. It's like sorry. This is the only newspaper that has these exclusive photos. I'm sorry they're not good enough for you. Maybe I can take them to the New York Times. It's like, what the hell are you doing out here? Here's some money. Now go get me more photos. It's like
showing everybody how to freelance.
Only J. Jonah Jameson could be that much of a douchebag.
Yeah.
like complaining about the only photographs of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I remember reading that as a kid and thinking that work was like that, but it did prepare you like for never being able to please your superior. Like even Peter Parker can't please his boss.
And he's Spider-Man. He's like a straight A science genius, and he can't please his boss, and he gets the best pictures of Spider-Man out there.
It wasn't like J. Jonah Jameson ever won a fucking Pulitzer or some shit. I don't know. Yeah.
He was a World War II reporter, so there's some backdated, retroactive stories of him like punching Nazis, I think. I'm pretty certain they created this whole backstory to validate his
attitude.
Yeah, and why he's such a hard ass. But unnecessary shit. Just unnecessary.
Fuck that dude anyway.
Well,